Have you ever felt unworthy? Have you ever thought that your mistakes disqualified you from hope, mercy, or love? Many people believe that spirituality belongs only to the pure, the disciplined, and the perfect. Rumi tells us something very different. Today's story is about failure, sincerity, and divine compassion. This is the Harper. Once there was a poor Harper. He made his living by playing music wherever he could, sometimes at gatherings, sometimes on the streets. But times were hard. People stopped listening. Coins stopped falling into his hands. Eventually, the Harper was left with nothing. No money, no audience, no dignity. Hungry and exhausted, the Harper wandered into the desert. With no one left to turn to, he raised his hands to the sky. But his prayer was not polished. It was not formal. He spoke plainly. He complained. He cried. He poured out his frustration. He said he had served God with music, yet now he was abandoned. The Harper's prayer was not elegant. It did not follow rules. It sounded more like protest than praise. Yet it was honest. Every word came from pain, not performance. And that sincerity mattered. At the same time, Moses was nearby. God spoke to Moses and told him to go to the Harper. Moses was confused. Why would God care about such a rough, complaining prayer? But Moses obeyed. When Moses found the Harper, he scolded him. He told the Harper that his words were improper. That prayer should be respectful. That complaining was wrong. The Harper listened silently. Then, heartbroken, he lowered his head and stopped praying altogether. God then spoke to Moses again. But this time, God reproached Moses. God told him that the Harper's prayer had been accepted because it came from truth, not from form. God explained that sincerity matters more than correct words. Love matters more than technique. Rumi pauses the story here to teach us something profound. There are many kinds of prayer. Some are beautiful in sound but empty in feeling. Others are messy, broken, and raw but full of truth. God does not listen to language alone. God listens to the heart. Music, in this story, represents the soul's expression. The Harper had nothing left but his honesty, and that honesty became his prayer. Rumi reminds us that not all worship looks the same. Not all devotion is neat. Many people stay silent because they think they are not good enough. They believe they must fix themselves before they can speak to God. Rumi says the opposite. Come as you are. Speak honestly. Do not decorate your pain. Truth is more precious than perfection. Moses represents structured religion. The Harper represents raw spirituality. Rumi does not reject structure, but he warns against judging hearts. No one knows the value of another person's prayer. This story is a comfort to anyone who feels broken. It tells us that God is closer than we imagine, closer to pain than to pride, closer to sincerity than to skill. This story reminds us that sincerity is more powerful than perfect words. It teaches us that honest emotion is a form of prayer. It encourages us not to judge how others express faith. For pain, it shows us that mercy listens where pride remains silent. If this story brought comfort to your heart, please like this video so others can find it. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences may help someone else. Subscribe to the channel to support the channel and continue exploring these timeless teachings together. Thank you for listening. May your heart never feel unworthy of speaking its truth.